maybe. Hello, friendos.
Wow.
Welcome to part 2 of 24-hour sprints with our friends. And we have friends.
I feel we should have a theme song now.
I always, for some reason, every time I pop into sprints, I like sing the things. I don't know if it's because I'm just so awkward or, well, that probably is it. Also, what is with this camera angle? And
I mean, we get more of your books.
I'm rolling with it. It's a mess. I've been decluttering, so like half of the stuff from the closet is just around me. Because I have not been interneting, so I haven't had to be prepared for anything.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. Highly recommend. Everyone take a very long break.
That's not even been a long break yet.
It hasn't.
Come back to me when it's been 6 months.
I don't think it's going to make it that long, but we'll find out together.
I love that you're like, yeah, I don't think I have that kind of self-control.
I mean, every once in a while I think that would make a good video, and then I go, but I don't want to film it, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the whole point.
Yep.
So we're doing good so far. Doing the things. In the description box down below, if you've just stumbled upon us and you're like, who are all these people and what are they doing? This over here, this is Neva, and we're in Neva's 24-hour sprints. And we will be doing the things. Listen, why do I not have I don't have anybody's display names on or nothing? Just like
I don't know.
Just rolling with like nothing going on. There we go. In the description box down below, you will find a link to the playlist, so you can just watch that and go through to the other 4 people that are after us, after me, I should say. And also, linked down there below are all of the hosts for this round.
Mm-hmm.
Hosts change monthly, but there are 5 people linked down below who are the hosts of this month. So you can find those.
If you want to see the full range of people that will host throughout the year, that's on my Instagram. There's a pinned post that shows all. I think there's like 15 of us or something.
There's a lot of us.
But they will cycle. The only person you'll guarantee to see every month is me.
What if you take a month off and we just do it without you? We're just
I might let you. Maybe 1 month I'll let Ari take my spot.
Yeah. There you go. That's a plan.
Uh-oh.
She say love you.
Yeah, she said
you might regret that, Neva.
Maybe
she won't.
Maybe I'll let Ari do it on her birthday month.
There you go. Just all Ari for.
I'll just let you take my spot.
I can do
for
the
first
thing.
Just for the first 4 hours. I'm not letting you stay up for 24 hours. Absolutely not. You get terror.
I'll sleep in that chair.
She would fall asleep.
I love you so much, Ari. You wouldn't make it past midnight, bro.
Yes, I would.
Dude, you wanted to stay up late. It's 10 o'clock and you're already saying that you're tired.
I'm not tired.
I feel that.
I'm not even tired. I just playing.
Let us say hello to our friends, who most of whom are already here. Hello. Kendra running away because they're gonna fall asleep soon, and we fully appreciate that.
Kendra, I that.
Yeah, I believe also Tennille said hello, but also probably good night because it's midnight in Nova Scotia, and that is absolutely fair. We are being reminded to hydrate and have a snack, which I just did. I had a bagel with peanut butter, and it was delicious. Check the laundry, take your meds, stretch, show some love. I did not take my meds. That's a good point. I should put those out here. I was asleep at med taking time.
The laundry is still in the washer.
make sure you stop and ring the bell so you hopefully get notified. I like the hopefully because YouTube does what YouTube wants.
Jess, you get a dragon and a sorcerer lady for your stamps.
Yes. Those are my two personalities, dragon, sorcerer lady.
Huzzah!
Jen is here. Doesn't know how long that they'll be up, but are reading The Arc for Murder by Cheesecake, a Golden Girls cozy mystery. We love that.
Nice.
Hello, hello, hello. Continuing to read Rebel Witch. Yes, Veronica Speedwell. People are reading the things. I think we actually accomplished something in the first 4 hours because I'm going to guess the answer is no, but mostly just because we don't accomplish it.
I made dinner, and I packaged all my bookmarks that have
I
sold
mean,
so far.
I ate dinner and played Wildflowers.
I ate dinner and took a nap.
I did, but I did no reading.
Those are accomplishments.
I did, in my nap, dream that I fell asleep because I, of course, didn't set an alarm. I just kind of sat here with my head down on the desk and took a nap. And naturally dreamt that I slept until 4:01, which for those of you who aren't aware is an hour after my sprint's supposed to end. So in what world would I just like lay my head down at 8:30 and sleep for 6 hours? I don't sleep 6 hours a night, let alone 6 hours in one shot. You know what I mean?
Brittany, I hope your loving home is where the bodies are. I gave this one 4 stars. It's not my favorite Geneva Rose book. My favorite Geneva Rose book is The Perfect Marriage. Now, have I only read 2 Geneva Rose books? Yes, but we're not going to talk
That's
about that.
still enough to know. You can listen. You only need more than one to have a favorite.
Listen, The Perfect Marriage was so good. I gave it 6 stars.
And honestly, you could read 2 books, give one a 1 star and one a 2 star, and still have a favorite book.
That's true.
Of that author, because the favorite just means the one you like the most.
Yep.
That's true.
So, you know. Glad I got to join back up and missing all the talking butts. We'll be reading The House of the Cerulean Sea. Almost to the end of that one. Got another 100 pages to go. The Girl Who Was Taken, getting very interesting. I'm down with that. Everybody's having a good time reading their things. Oh, Tennille says, maybe not. The child in the apartment next to me has decided now is the time to have a screaming tantrum and pound on the very thin wall between us.
You have my deepest condolences to me.
This is why I've always said that, like, now that I have a child, I will never live in an apartment. Because I don't want, first of all, because I don't want my child to be the one doing that, but also I don't want to listen to other people's freaking kids do that shit.
I feel like Ari seems to be relatively good at being cognizant of other people around her, or at least like when you say something, she kind of.
So, the issue with having Ari in an apartment setting, if we are upstairs, and I learned this because my brother and my sister live in an apartment, and we go visit them sometimes. Ari, yes,
she's just like sitting in the background.
Ari doesn't understand like quiet feet when she walks. It's nothing like against her, but she walks very heavy-footed, and also she tends. It's fine, Ari. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. But naturally, she tends to like run or jump when she goes when she moves around. And so like we could live in an apartment if we lived on a lower floor.
Yeah.
Like if we lived under people, but then I don't want people above me. I don't want to hear you like partying it up or doing what you do in your bedroom or like your kid yelling. I don't want nothing.
I definitely have family members that I can tell which one of them is walking to the front door by the sound of their footfalls on the porch.
Yep. So I can also tell
how I am too. Yeah.
To answer
I
your
get-
question, Tennille, this is a new stepladder. I did indeed purchase a new one. I have not told anybody that I purchased a new one, and this one has been in hiding in my closet behind a pile of clothes. It is out right now because the closet is being cleaned, but it will go back behind a pile of clothes as soon as I'm done. Okay, just so we're all in the clear.
Weird.
Ooh, an adult in the hospital that was screaming and breaking things and hitting people? That's crazy. Ari's always kind of creeping around in the background, and we love
Ari
her.
is listen. Ari is the creepy kid in a horror movie. Okay,
I mean,
but she's
Mhm.
awesome. Like I love her, but she is a child that will stay at the end of your bed and watch you sleep. And then when you wake up because you can feel her eyeballs on you, and you say, "Ari, what the hell are you doing?" She says, "Oh, I was just waiting for you to wake up so I can ask you a question." Ma'am.
I have enough cousins that I feel free saying this. One of my cousins punched their 4-year-old in the face because they woke up in the middle of the night and their child was like so close to their face, like with a foot within, and just like immediate response was to just like
So I've
punch them
never
and staring at them in the face.
I've never hit Ari, but she definitely has stood next to my face while I'm sleeping, and I've opened my eyes and her face has been right there, and I've definitely like physically jumped backwards on the bed.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. There are reasons why I don't have children. That's one of them.
They don't tell you about these things before you have them. I'm just saying. And then when you bring them up to somebody, like when I bring this up to like my dad, he's like, "Oh," he'll like laugh. "Oh, that's kids." You didn't warn a girl? Like, creepy, bro. Like, I don't know.
Sleep paralysis demon? No thanks. I just have children.
Really?
Steph is struggling with a foot injury.
Oh no.
For a day of appointments, nighttime is the worst time for me. Well, hopefully we can keep you preoccupied and you won't have to think about it. Because that is how I feel when I'm having a rough, like a pain day. I either sleep through the pain or I put on something new, a TV show or a movie or something that I haven't seen before that I have to pay attention to.
That's what I do too. I find something to pay attention to or I just sleep.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
There is no in between. If I have time to think about it, I'm going to be in agony and I don't want to do that. Ooh, 5 a.m. in Finland. Good morning. Looks like I'll be out of work for most of April. Lots of time to spend with everyone and get reading done. I mean, that is true. Not good, but true. Beth's kids are in bed. We love that. Hoping to finish the message in the first sprint. We will sprint relatively soon because I know that
we talked a lot.
They talked a lot at the end, and not that I care because I was asleep for most of it, but you know, might as well get at least one sprint in during this stream.
I mean, we got 2 sprints in on my stream.
I mean, that's half the time.
So we did. I mean, I thought we did pretty okay.
That's not bad for us. Oh, that is no fun. Nerve tests are good. This sounds like me when I had shingles and it was just pain for no reason, except there was a reason, but you didn't feel like there was a reason. Nerve pain is so weird because it's like, not to say that there's nothing wrong, but like there's nothing wrong. So why does it hurt so much?
Yeah.
Like you're not like, have a gaping wound where you're bleeding to death. That makes sense. That would be like, yeah, that should hurt. Don't blame the kid. The kid's on the spectrum, I think, but I wish the apartment had better construction. Also wish parents would put the kids to bed.
I mean,
shared wall for easy hitting.
Honestly, you can't. I never blame the kid. Like, here's the thing. Kids will be kids. Like, there's only so much that a child can do to operate within what society considers normal boundaries. Like they're not going to get things. They're going to be loud. They're going to have big feelings. Like I'm not the I've never been the person that's going to like be mad about a child crying on an airplane. Like, yes, it sucks to be stuck on an airplane with a crying baby, but it's a baby.
Right.
What do you want them to do? What
And
do
I
you
also,
want? They can't talk.
I also, when it comes to apartments, like as a person who has lived in an apartment with very small children, because I have in the past, I think it also is going to depend on like the structure of your apartment. Because like I didn't really like the apartment that I lived in with my oldest son, we didn't really have a choice but to put him on we had to put him on one wall that was shared with another apartment. Like there wasn't another room to put him in.
Yeah.
Because like I don't put children in like what would be considered like a master bedroom, like that has a bathroom of its own. That's just a hazard. So like I think it also depends, but like there was no option. Like the living room was on the first shared wall with another apartment. So we put that there because I knew that the apartment next to us that shared that wall also was their living room. But the bedroom, like I didn't have like anywhere else to put them.
Yeah.
But
Well,
better construction would probably help.
In theory, you think, well, my kid's going to be asleep, so putting them on the shared wall means
It
that
won't
they're
matter.
going to be asleep. They shouldn't be making noise, but children are children. And as Ash says, there's no trigger warnings before having kids.
Nope.
So, there are lots of readathons going on this month. Next month, I should say, if you don't know what readathons are going on this month and you want to know, linked down below for the hosts this round is Pages with Paige, and Paige does a whole video of all of the readathons. Every month, and next month is already up.
It is.
I've just seen it yesterday. I think
Paige is who I've always gone to for. Actually, that's how I found Paige originally.
Me too.
Yeah.
Were the readathon videos, and then like I became friends with Paige because of Crystal from Bomb Book Reviews, because she was there was one 24-hour sprint. She's like, you should ask Paige, and I was like, Paige doesn't know who the hell I am. Absolutely not. And she's like, just ask her, and then we became friends.
Listen,
Sometimes you just ask. It's okay.
We be doing 24-hour or 72-hour readathons here. If you're looking for one, Steph.
We are doing that.
We are doing a 72-hour. Oh my god, my fucking sinuses. Anyways, I am annoyed at Etsy. It will not let me complete these orders, even though they're done. They just have to be put on my porch. Oh well.
What do you mean it won't let you complete them?
So on Etsy, you have to mark them as you can mark them as in progress or complete, and it's not letting me mark some of them these last 8 orders is not letting me mark them as complete. Maybe because they're like, you shouldn't be doing this many orders. I don't know.
They might think that you haven't had enough time.
Yeah.
Because I do know that they've had issues in the past with people claiming that they got orders done, because basically what they wanted was to make it look like they had shipped shit out, or not shipped it out, but had completed the orders to keep within like their their turnover frame. And Etsy caught on to people doing that and then not actually sending things out for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, these literally are going to go down onto or actually they might go to the mailbox down the street.
Yeah, I think Etsy may have made it so that if it's physical goods, because I've only ever sold digital, and you can mark those as, because they're a digital file, like they just mark them themselves, like you don't do anything. But I think that Etsy has since given like a time frame of maybe like 24 or 48 hours or something like that from the time that they think you should have them done. Basically to keep it from people like scamming.
Yeah.
I love that Tennille's like, I don't think they realize how thin the walls are because I don't pound on walls. And that's valid.
True facts.
It's also an older kid who can hit and shake the furniture. So that also makes sense. And people were asking about the 72-hour readathon, so I shared
you.
a link. You're busy. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah,
like,
it's
my hands
the
are
new
free.
Fablin. It's the what I'm calling the Fablin one shot.
Yes.
We're just doing one weekend of readathon. It's
From
very simple. You just need to read books. There are no. I'm working on a list of prompts for people who would like it, but there are no real prompts. It's just read as many books as you can.
Read the books.
Yep.
Okay. And
April 11th through 13th.
with that, we are at the bottom.
Yay!
So let's do this guy here. Ta-da.
Those are so pretty.
This is one of my timers that I made 1.5 million years ago when I was writing a werewolf romance story. But you know, who does that? Not me. Writing is not a thing I do. Also, don't do reading anymore. What do I do? Couldn't tell you.
You hang out with us. That's what you do.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. That's enough for me.
Yay.
Okay, we're gonna do. Sabrina wants to know if you could join if you didn't do the month-long one.
Oh yeah, you don't have to have any. That's all explained in the video, but you don't have to have any knowledge of what happened in the previous readathon. And I also there is an entire video if you want to know like the story parts that came before, but you don't have to have done them again. Yeah, you're good.
You can just come and hang out with us and have fun for 72 hours.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to do an hour sprint. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that this is on 1x speed. And it is. Because God knows I don't watch videos at 1x speed. And then we'll come back and see what everybody did in their hour. Because that's how sprints work. You know, things. I will see you guys in an hour. Hello, friendos.
Hello.
I forget how violent that timer is because I have changed the sound since then, since I did the old
Yeah.
ones. And so now when it happens, I'm like, oh, hello. That was a thing that we did. Whose idea was that? Not mine. Except it was mine.
Haha.
Rude. What did you guys do during that sprint, if anything?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched another Weirdo Book Club video because
Nice.
here's the thing. I watched the shorter one that was about Done and Dusted, but then as soon as that one ended, you know how it like recommends you a video, or it will like if you have it on autoplay, it'll just play the next video.
Yeah.
So the video it recommended me was Natalie from Weirdo Book Club doing a full rant review on Ice Planet Barbarians.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have enough self-control to not watch it. So that's like it's like a 2-hour video.
Ooh.
Because her rant review ones are always like long. Like the longer rant review ones, they're usually like I think when she did Haunting Adeline, they were 2.5 hours. Or something.
That sounds about right.
But I'm about halfway through that, so I'm gonna finish watching that.
I mean, I feel like if you have a 2-hour rant review about Ice Planet Barbarians, that maybe you had more to say than the book did.
So I will say she does take like very extensive notes, and she reads relatively large sections of the book. Like it's definitely like a review where it's like if you don't want to read this book, you don't have to kind of a review.
Yeah, that thing.
So it's a much more thorough review than like because her Done and Dusted one was only like 32 minutes or something like that. But that's because she did it as like a mini. So she didn't have like she didn't take a bunch of notes. She just read the book and did it. And with the longer ones, she will actually like mark up her like her ebook copy. Like she'll have a lot of like notes and highlights and stuff in her ebook copy.
Yep.
So
it's a lot. I like it.
I love to watch her rant about some of my favorite dark romance books that I've read. It's honestly my favorite TV show.
That's funny.
We all have things that we like. What about you, Miss Margaret? Did you accomplish anything?
No, I watched TikToks. I did put the food away and kind of clean up the kitchen a little bit. But I think we have reached the amount of time that Margaret can function. It is time for Margaret to go to bed.
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair.
I mean, normally it would be time for me to go to bed, but I had a 2-hour nap, so.
Yeah. So we've reached the amount of, I was like, there was a point where I was like, I'm falling asleep. This is a problem. So. Anyways, I'll pop off once we get through the chatty bit.
This is the chatty bit. We're chatting.
Oh, we're done chatting. I am going to bed.
I watched some recipe food vlog stuff, which is like what I typically watch on the YouTube. And then also, you guys already know, I got a new tablet the other day. And so I downloaded Happy Color, and I'm coloring on my new tablet with my new fancy pen. Did I buy this to read arcs on? Yes. Am I using it for coloring instead? Also, yes.
If it
It's
can do both, why not both?
Right. I mean, I did have to like,
¿Por
It's
qué no los dos?
right. It's technically a Kindle Fire, so I had to like, go in the App Store to like download Google Play, be able to use all of the Google apps on it. There's like a bunch of extra stuff that you have to like put into it because Amazon doesn't want you to use Google's products.
Huh.
I might go to jail for
not.
that. I don't really know. But I did it, and here we are.
Nice.
Did I read? No. Did I plan to read? Yes. It's fine. I'm currently. This is the book I need to start. It's my next book club book. It's called Orbital. It's about some guys in space. I don't know what. Because even the back of it just tells you all of its things that it's won and shortlisted and things people had to say about it. Doesn't tell you anywhere what the synopsis of the book actually is, but we don't need that. The first, I don't know, 6 pages are just reviews and would we call those accolades? Yes. I wanted to say acclamations, and I knew that wasn't it. Accolades would be the word that you would be looking for there, Jessica. And there's a map.
Acclamations sound like they could be a thing, though.
I mean, acclamations is a thing. It's when you acclimate, right?
Yeah. I feel like they could be a sister to affirmations, though.
Oh yeah, I'll accept that.
You know, about accepting things, acclimating to life. I'm going to the thing you're acclimating to.
I need to acclimate to a thing. Let's see how our friends did. Sabrina made it to 55% of Rebel Witch. Atia made it to 32% in Reboyd is a Legend, page 160 in The Message. Read a little bit. Feel like I'm getting slower. Made it to 305. So close. 100 pages left in Britt Marie. Cleaned the kitchen, got ready for bed, and moved to my room. Watched Margaret's video and read a few pages of Heartless.
Yeah.
Steph is crushing it. Just finished Hopeless yesterday. Love that series. Have done and dusted and deep in coming in at the library, hopefully on Monday.
Nice.
I will be honest, Done and Dusted was my least favorite of the series. I'm actually surprised that I decided to continue because I only gave Done and Dusted like 3 stars. Or 3.5. But then Kelsey was like, well, I'm going to read the second book. Do you want to buddy read it with me? And I was like, okay. And then we buddy read it. And then me, Kelsey, and Rainey buddy read the third one. And the third one is by far my favorite one. And then there's a fourth one coming out like in April. So I'll read that too.
Because why not?
But honestly, what I didn't like about Done and Dusted didn't happen in the other 2 books at all. Like, there's a scene that happens in Done and Dusted that I did not appreciate at all.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
So, Margaret's like, I've never read these books.
It is not my cup of tea either. I don't think.
Listen, this might be like the only cowboy romance series that I like. Because I've tried 2 different series by Elsie Silver. No. I'm going to give Elsie Silver one more try. I'm going to try like the Wild Love one because those are all like single dad romances. And that's a trope that I do like. And sometimes I can ignore the things I don't like if I like the single dad.
Yeah.
I think my biggest problem with cowboy romances is like living in the equestrian world. Like, I know lots of cowboys and ain't none of them guys that I would ever even imagine or dream of dating.
Listen, I live in the country, okay, with like farms and things, and it's not glamorous. Like, it's gross. And like, also, I've only known one guy that works on a farm ever in my life that I thought was an attractive person. I was like 16, and I think he might have been like 22, and he helped us pull our car out of a ditch. I've never seen this person ever again. Okay. It was just like a random ass dude in the heart of Iowa that I saw one time.
Just some random bozo that I ran into.
Like, farmer that I went to school with, absolutely not.
Oh yeah, no.
And they just smelled like pig shit all the time.
I mean,
you know? So
believe me, girl, I do know. I live in rural Ohio. It is a thing.
it's just not like, yeah. It like, I have to really like suspend my disbelief in order to believe that all these guys are just like super hot.
Ripped and
And-
hot
And smell good. That's the other thing, is that it's always like they came off of the ranch from a day of work, but somehow they still smell like cologne.
in no world.
Did they bathe in it?
Absolutely not. Like, and they'll say like they smell musky and manly. Okay, musk is a scent that you use in cologne, but you're not going to tell me that they smell clean. That it's like a musk, like a clean musk smell when they've been on the ranch for 12 hours.
No, that's like when I used to work at the
smells
gas
sweaty.
station, and I would work second shift, and like the construction guys and stuff would be coming in at the end of the day. And like the second, like if you had your back turned to the door, if the door opened, you knew like that it was a guy coming home from work, because
Yeah, you knew when they had
it's
entered.
not it's not a bad smell or an offensive smell. It's just you've had it put in a hard day's work smell, and that's fine. But you're not smelling like roses.
But I'm
in
not
from a
like,
hard day's work.
let me smell those pheromones.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, I'm so like, I hope you had a wonderful day. Please go take a shower.
Right. Can you like go wash that off or something? Maybe, I don't know. It's fine.
Maybe
it's
we're the weird ones. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Maybe it's just us.
Nice.
Reading God of Pain by Rena Kent. Dun, dun, dun.
Are you going to bed?
No.
Need to charge my light before reading more. And Margaret, if you keep yawning, I'm done for, and I'm not ready to sleep.
I'll be gone soon. Don't worry, Ash.
Margaret's like, I will be asleep soon. I will be doing the sleeps.
Okay, so I kind of know the answer to this for Florida for Medicare, for the nebulizer question. I know in Florida that would be considered durable medical equipment. I can't get into it any more than that because I do Medicare stuff. So
that's all she can tell.
I can get in trouble for giving you like specifics. But I do know that at least for Medicaid, I don't know Medicaid. But for Medicare, at least it's under durable medical. It's considered durable medical equipment, and yeah, it is expensive. It's like it's usually a percentage copay. So, and it really depends on whether you have original Medicare, a supplement, or Medicare Advantage.
Kind of like how when the doctors told me that I needed a CPAP machine to sleep at night, and with insurance, I still was going to have to pay like $7,000 a year.
Yeah, because the thing my dad found out, excuse me, my dad ran into the thing that like, you can't buy the machine outright. They rent it to you.
Yeah, it's a rental. It's like $7,000 a year as a rental.
Yeah. My dad, I don't know if my dad even figured out, like, they were overcharging him. And so he stopped paying. So I don't know. He still has it. He's still supposed to use it.
Well, and that's like, that is the machine itself. That's not even counting like the what do we want to call it? Like the things that have to be replaced, like the tubes and things that you have to replace regularly. That's not even counting that cost. And I was like, you know what? I'll just die from not being able to sleep. It's fine. Because that's like a quarter of my salary a year. I can't.
I don't know about the nebulizers, Ash. About renting the nebulizers. I know that you can rent the CPAP machine. Yeah. And Medicare and Medicaid are not the same. Medicare is disability and over 65 based. Medicaid is needs based. So there's different criteria for the two of them. And Medicare is an 80-20 split across the country.
Because Margaret has knowledge.
Margaret does this for her career. So.
Steph took nighttime meds. We'll see my foot stops
In
throbbing.
fact,
Relax enough to sleep.
In about 3 months, I have to start the training again, where they teach me the definitions of all of these things again.
Teach you the definitions of these things you've been doing for years.
For 3 years. This is my 3rd year. Because they got to make sure that I know the stuff that they taught me last year.
Ash says they might try cowboy romance,
Nice.
but wants it to be male-male romance, which is also fair. Rainey recommended Done and Dusted and has given me so many great recommendations. I love that.
Yeah.
No way. They are dirty and they smell. Also fair. It's giving Bonnie from Kim Possible saying she loved when her boyfriend glistened. You know? Give the cowboy romance a shot. There's nothing wrong with that. In Colorado, Medicaid is the same as Medicare.
Yeah, I guarantee you it is not. They both probably go through the same agency, but I guarantee you it's not.
They do have some crossover, but they
Yes.
typically have you do one or the other.
It depends. I have clients that are on Medicare, and because of their income or because of their specific medical needs, they also qualify for Medicaid.
Yeah.
So there's crossover in some of the things that can qualify you for them, but they're not the same. They're two totally different programs because they're federal programs.
They're federal programs.
Right. So, or at least they're governed by the federal government, and then each state kind of gets to determine how to do their shit.
Yeah. Gotcha. On the nebulizers, they are considered the same.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it has to be considered medically necessary for Medicare.
I mean, when I took my my sleep test, they basically said that if I had scored higher or lower, considering depending on how you look at it, if I had a more of a need, that I would be available to have it paid for completely. But I was 1 point away from the need.
Jesus.
And they basically were like, well, you need this so that you can sleep, or you'll probably die early from lack of sleep and your brain not getting oxygen. But also, we don't really care. So, you ever feel like that when you are, you can't say that out loud on the internet. It's fine.
Yeah. No, that it's frustrating. So I don't Medicaid obviously is not something that I have anything to do with, because there aren't different plans. Well, there are different plans for Medicaid, but I don't have anything to do with it. I help people sit down and figure out what their Medicare options are and which one they want. Which one will work best for them where they are and what they're able to do. Because each form of Medicare has its own advantages and disadvantages.
Right.
But it's really frustrating. The number of clients I have that actually genuinely, in my opinion, should qualify for Medicare and don't, because they want, or sorry, Medicaid, but don't, because they want, they don't want you to have any savings. They don't want you, I have somebody that they asked him on the phone, do you have a checking account and a savings account? And when he said yes to both of them, all right, you're not going to qualify. despite his budget being extremely tight. So, yeah.
You have $3 in a savings account? Too bad you don't qualify because you have a savings account.
It's so frustrating. But
listen, we live in a bureaucracy.
yeah.
Also, hi, Grape.
Yeah, I can't speak to that. I know that there's like federal regulations on what care they have to provide, but I don't know like what stipulations specifically the specific Medicare that you're on would. It sounds like you're probably on Original and Medicaid. But yeah, I'm not licensed in Oklahoma, so I don't know the laws and the ins and outs of Oklahoma. If you were in Florida, I could help you out.
It's funny how different they are.
I will tell you that there have been times that I've had to like pull up the Medicare.gov website and quote shit to people. Like I had somebody who was like, "No, this is how the prescription payment plan works. It's a new thing that this is how this new thing works." And I'm like, "I am on the Medicare.gov site. This is what they are saying on the federally mandated website that you have to follow. This is the law according to Medicare.gov."
After that, you're on your own.
They do not always know what they're fucking talking about.
Well, I mean, that's just the world we live in.
Especially with new programs, which I understand, and it was a new program. Yeah. It's frustrating. Our healthcare system, especially if you're on federal stuff, moves at the speed of slow unless you are actively in the process of dying.
I say at the speed of a dead cheetah. Because, you know, if something's fast, it's the speed of a cheetah.
Yeah.
But if it's slow, it's at the speed of a dead cheetah.
Yeah.
Let's see. As much as I hate my job, I'm glad I provide pretty decent coverage. I mean, that's how a lot of people feel sometimes. I don't have insurance from where I work because you have to have 50% participation, and we don't have that. And they legally don't have to provide it because we are a under 25 person business.
Yep. Pain in the ass. Yeah. I've got okay coverage through Obamacare now.
That's what I have too, and it's
like
fine.
It's actually a pretty decent plan, especially with the coverages, because I'm with a company called Ambetter for personal stuff, for my personal stuff, and it's like I knew a lot of people when I worked my last job, which was in a doctor's office, that loved their Ambetter. The only thing that like frustrated them was it was really hard to find a psychiatrist or a therapist. And I was like, well, you know what? It's fine. I have bigger medical needs than my need for psychiatry or therapy. So it's fine. I'll live without those. So it doesn't have a huge network in certain areas.
I have a hairball.
I have a tickle in the back of my throat.
I do too, and I don't know why. We're all gonna die.
Yep. I don't blame the pharmacists, to be honest, for not wanting to talk to Medicare, because Medicare can be it's government. It's not their customer service is a little different standards, I guess. Like they don't have to have good customer service. So
I feel like you have to be a good customer to get good customer service.
Yeah. Well, like if the thing is, like, as much as I hated the insurance companies when I would call them, or well, I still call them, like it's a pain in the ass to sit on hold and all of that stuff, but like they have people who their job is customer service, And you don't always get that when you're talking with a government employee, right? Because they're working for the government. It's not a customer service. It's just a service that they're providing. And like, they're not getting any like incentive for people to go with them because their customer service is great, blah, blah, blah. All of their customer services are on the same level of suck now. But like,
They all are terrible.
I love it, Ash. I love that's. Yeah, your insurance company determines whether or not you get paid for that. The pharmacy doesn't get to decide that. If the pharmacy got to decide that, I have a feeling that a lot of more of us would have cheaper medications.
I mean, to be fair, the pharmacies are owned by the insurance companies.
I mean,
So-
they are. Actually, some of the pharmacies own the insurance companies. That is the case for one of the insurance companies that I represent. They are owned by a major pharmacy company.
Yeah, they all are very incestuous, and that's why.
But I'm
healthcare's
just
not
saying,
much.
I know some pharmacists that if they had the choice, the medications would not cost as much as they do. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know, who needs to live anyway?
breathing's not important, to be honest. I just do it for kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
But I could totally go without my asthma medications, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Who needs
I
that?
don't actually need them.
How dare you
My
feel like
lungs
you
work
need
perfectly
them?
normally without them.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like,
There's
you're
a lot of like
Tom,
stipulations
that's
in the
what?
rules.
That's type 1. Well, no, because you have it for, you can get it for both. Like, if you're getting a Dexcom, it means that your blood sugars are needing to be monitored on a regular basis, which comes with. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have insulin with it. Like, there are more ways to correct. Yeah, you know what? I'm preaching to the choir, I am sure. Ash knows all of this, but it's like, bro, do you realize how? You're a pharmacist and you don't know how diabetes works?
I mean, that sounds about right in some cases. I don't know what Neva's over there doing, ignoring us.
Oh no, I was
Alright.
listening. I just have nothing. I have nothing nice to say about insurance companies. So, and also my brother was talking to me in the background, so I'm just sitting here and I'm just listening to everyone's conversation and agreeing with you and playing Wildflowers. I'm so obsessed with this game; it's actually diabolical.
I be honest, I am contractually obligated to say nice things about insurance companies, and I don't have a lot of nice things to say about them. So
That's fair. Like, the only thing that's stopping me from playing this on my iPad is that I can't find my my Bluetooth wireless controller that I originally bought for my Switch, but I can use it on my iPad too. Because honestly, I would play this game on my iPad because the screen's bigger.
nice.
I'm sitting over here playing Happy Color on my tablet with my pen. So.
Oh yeah, I was playing what is that called? Vista Color? That's
playing Happy Color.
Yeah, I use Vista Color just because I like that the pictures are in landscape.
That's fair.
On Vista Color, the downside of Vista Color is that if you want all of the pictures, you have to pay for them.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure with Happy Color, because I have Happy Color too, I just don't like holding my big iPad in portrait mode when I play games. But Happy Color, I think you just have to. It's like a one-time fee, so you don't have ads or something.
Yeah.
Vista Color, it's I pay for it by the year, so it's like $70 for the year to have unlimited, no ads and unlimited pictures, and then the unlimited hints or whatever.
Oh, unlimited hints would be fantastic sometimes.
Yeah, because Happy Color doesn't give you unlimited hints even if you pay the one-time fee.
Yeah, but the one-time fee is like $3.
Yeah, I think I paid 6 or something.
Yeah, I don't remember how much it is, but
But
I know
I
it
was
very
like, at
much.
least now I don't have an ad every 5 minutes.
Yeah. But they do have, I mean, you can watch an ad and get a hint.
Yeah.
Which is better than nothing at all, because sometimes you really need a hint.
Sometimes.
And then you use it and you're like, man, I'm an idiot.
I found, especially on the happy color ones, they just be hiding like colors in like the tiniest nooks and crannies.
Why don't you watch that ad?
Right.
They need your dollar bills, man. I had to do a 3-way call with a pharmacy and an insurance company. It was probably 2 people sitting in the same room.
I had to do a 3-way call. I've had to do 3-way calls with. I haven't done it with it. Had to do with a pharmacy and insurance company because, as I, again, legally not supposed to do that. But I have had to do 3 ways with like my clients in the insurance company. So that's fun.
Unlimited hints for hidden objects would be great. Happy color. I do like happy color. It makes me happy and I can color. It's nice to do when you're listening to an audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'd use it for too.
You just zone out and listen to your book and make colors.
I will say that what I like about I wish Vistacolor did this, but how Happy Color takes all the colors and they group them by the actual color palette. Like that's how the numbers are, is they're all grouped like within the same like color palette. So like it's like all of the reds, like all of the shades of red, all of the shades of green. And Vistacolor does not do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's opposite because happy color definitely does not. At least mine doesn't.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
in the setting.
that's what I'm wondering, because mine does like all, because that was the one thing I didn't love about Vistacolor when I started using Vistacolor, but I like their coloring pages on Vistacolor a little bit more. Like they're a little bit more like what I want to color. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Nice.
Boop. Oh. Let's see. It's 1 o'clock. We have 2 hours left. We talked for an hour. We've sprinted for an hour.
Feels like a 45, 2:45s would be good.
I think 2:45s would be good. You're not going to be here. You don't care.
I know I'm not going to be here, but I can provide my wisdom.
She said I can help though.
I think you're right. I think 2:45s would be good. And then we'll be ready to go to Paige. I'll be ready to go to bed. But anyone who's here that wants to go will be ready to go to Paige.
Yay.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do that. Let's get a different timer, preferably one without that really loud sound. I haven't really done any since Christmas time. I need to. Most of my timers now are like wintry ones. I need to make new timers.
Yeah.
Somebody get on that. Okay. Margaret shall be leaving us.
Margaret shall be.
If you're watching this and you don't know who Margaret is, you can find her channel link down below and you can go be her friend. And Neva and I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Yeah, one of these days I'll hit the right button. Today was not the day, but maybe one day. Did you do anything fun during that sprint, Neva?
I listened to more of that video and colored. That's really it on my iPad. And that's all.
I mean, I also did the same thing, colored on my tablet and watched more food videos. So clearly we are a fun bunch at 2 a.m. Had a fantastic time. I would like to say that normally I'm asleep by now, but normally I'm staring at the ceiling by now, hoping that I would fall asleep soon.
I mean, me also. Staring at the ceiling, not sleeping.
Right. Going, oh, can I just go to sleep? But no, you can't. You're not allowed. You must suffer for eternity. I will say, I really like the mystery coloring pages on Happy Color because I am evil. And they're so much easier to do on this giant screen than they are on the teeny tiny phone screen.
They definitely are.
And with this thing, because it's way smaller than my pointer finger, so I can actually see what I'm hitting.
Right. Yeah, I
This
use
is
because I have
fantastic.
my iPad, so I have the Apple Pencil, and that's what I use.
I'm like, I'm living my best life over here, just so you're all aware.
I love to hear it.
Sabrina made 71% of Rebel Witch. Oh, Atia washed dishes, ate leftover halal food, got to 44% in Bree Boy, and Paige 167 in the message. I want that to be the massage because I could use one of those. It'd be nice.
Couldn't we all, honestly?
I have a chiropractor appointment Tuesday, but I go every 3 weeks, so nobody, that's not a. I mean, if I don't go, it's horrible.
Right.
But, going at least is like, it's nothing special because I do it every 3 weeks. Because I am scoliosified and one leg is 3/4 of an inch longer than the other. So it's that, you just roll with what you roll with, I guess. Love Happy Color, and the mystery ones are so fun. I love them. They're fantastic. They're so much fun. But when I tell you how much easier it is to do on this giant screen, the size of my head, it's just it's so nice. So nice. We still have friends. There's still people here. I expect 2:00 in the morning for there to be no one here.
Yeah.
And for everyone to be asleep. Why is everyone not asleep?
I feel like some people just leave us on. Like they start the playlist and then just leave us playing.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Because I will say that like the interaction dies down.
That's
especially fair. Like from like American people. You know what I mean? The interaction will kind of die down, but we'll still have like a ton of people in there. So I just assume that people leave us on to play.
They just don't have the brain power to be chatty. Because I feel that way, right? Like right now in this moment, I'm like, what do I talk about? What are words?
Right.
How do I make words function? Do I have to put whole sentences together?
That's why I need someone that is like actually awake on the other side of the world to do like the 2 a.m. slot, because they're like at least awake enough to have a coherent thought.
Well, and theoretically, they would also have more channel viewers that are in a similar area,
Yeah.
so that we would have more interaction and more stuff going on. In theory.
In theory, yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate, but
Who knows? Algorithms are so weird.
oh, they are.
Like, I would just stop trying to figure out the algorithm. Like, people will ask me questions about the algorithm, and I'm like, your guess is as good as mine, dude. I'm just here to upload the content, and that's it.
And hope someone finds it.
Right. Like, it goes where it goes.
And if no one finds it, too bad, so sad. Gave it my best shot. Oh, the yawning. I feel like Yanni. Isn't that the guy that plays like cello or something? She's like, I don't know. It's 2:00 in the morning. Why are you asking me questions about people that play the cello?
I don't think I actually know anyone that does play the cello.
Well,
How does one meet someone who plays the cello?
join an orchestra.
That's true.
I mean, that's the only way I know. I think Danica played violin when she was in orchestra. That sounds right in my brain.
I had a sibling that played, or I had two siblings that played the trombone and one that played the violin. And I played the clarinet in band. But I prefer singing because I can't actually read music. And it's kind of hard to play an instrument if you can't read music. So
I started out playing clarinet in 6th grade. And in 8th grade, moved to tenor sax. And by the end of being in band, I could also play bass clarinet and pretty much any percussion instrument with notes. So like xylophones, bells, fun things like that. Chimes. I can't think of what those big things are called where it's too early in the morning and or late in the day. But yeah, I also could not read music. So
honestly, I think I could have made myself learn how to play the instrument, but I just prefer to sing. You know? And they wouldn't let me play guitar in the band because that's actually what I wanted to do, but they wouldn't let me because you have to have 3 years, at least in the school district that I went to, you had to have 3 years of piano first.
We had a bass guitar player in our band, and that was mostly because our school's band was so small. Like there was a year that our like marching band was less than 15 people. Like, yeah. Well, because it was not like if you were in band, you couldn't play any sport. You had to choose. And that was because our band director wanted you to be focused completely on band 24/7. Like we didn't get a lunch period because we practiced. And like in theory, we were like given that option, but like we could have told him no. We could have went to lunch. But when you're like a 14-year-old kid and the band director just tells you don't go to lunch, you go to band, you just go to band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you don't think about,
it's very much like a do as you're told thing.
Yeah, you don't think about the logistics of how like that's kind of illegal for them to do that. But like band class was directly after lunch. So when at lunchtime you just went to band and had like basically a 2-block period. And then like I said, you couldn't be in any other sport, and it didn't matter what time of year because our band was also, you were in concert band, pep band, and marching band. You couldn't just choose one or the other. Which a lot of schools you could choose like what type of band you wanted to be in, and you could play a sport in your off band season.
Yeah, that's
we
how
couldn't
our
do
band
that.
was. And like our band director was serious about it just because like our marching band is one of the best in the state, or at least it was then. I don't know if it is now, but it was one of the best bands in the state. So there were constant like marching band competitions.
Yeah.
But not everyone that was in like concert band was also in marching band.
Right. Yeah, if you were in one, you were in everything. And it was a very backward system that I still think they use, but I think they're more lenient about being in other sports and things.
Right.
Our band director also got fired for questionable interactions with underage children. So,
Ew.
yeah, he was a dick.
We don't love that.
But yeah, so I couldn't read music. I played everything by ear. So like I just played things the way that the people who were there before me played them. Like when it came to like pep band music and stuff, I would just play it the same way that the baritone player who was ahead of me would play it. Because typically as a tenor sax player, you have the same you basically have the same parts as the baritones because it's the lower end of things. And so when the younger kids were coming in and they were reading the music, they were like, why do you play it that way? Like, that's not even how it's supposed to sound. And I'm like, I don't know. That's how Amanda played it. And I don't know how to read music. So I just played the way she played it and no one corrected me. So
that's funny.
Like those notes are not the right notes. And also you're not playing them in the correct like beats. And I'm like, okay. You tell me, I'll change it. You play it right and I'll play it the way you play it. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I did go to honor band and for multiple years and played bass clarinet because I was told that if I went to honor band to play clarinet, I would not make it because I couldn't read music. And you have to like audition for honor band. And no one wants to play bass clarinet.
Right.
There were two of us that tried out. Like there were two people that tried out for bass clarinet and I got second chair. So
yeah, that's how it was. That's why I was like, you know what? I think because here's the thing. I did clarinet in 9th grade and I was like, this is not for me. So in 10th grade, I switched to being in the color guard because I still wanted to be part of the marching band, but I was like, I can't read freaking music, so like I can't play the clarinet. So I went and I did color guard instead, which actually worked better anyway because I was a theater kid and a choir kid too. So all the scheduling for all three of those activities was different. So I was able to do color guard for marching band, sing in the choir, and do, the like 2 performances a year that we had for theater.
We didn't have those. We didn't have choir or theater or drama or anything. Like the only programs that we had that were not sports related was art class and band class. That was it.
Wow.
We didn't have anything else. And like, I mean, there were 400 students in my high school. So we weren't super small. Like there are definitely schools that are smaller. But our school is definitely and still is one that like all they care about is sports. Like it's the only thing they care about. They don't care about arts at all. And it's so dumb because like they're not even a good sports school. Like they put all of this money into their sports programs and they still suck. So
see, we had musical theory, but they didn't I took musical theory. They don't teach you how to read music in musical theory. That's not what that's for. At least at our school, it wasn't. Like musical theory is more of like the history of music and like studying your composers and stuff like that. They don't teach you like the dynamics of music in musical theory.
We were taught how to read music in band class. Like I said, we started in
Yeah, we were too.
we
I just
started
never class with
in 5th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade. Which grade was it? 5th grade, I
Ours
think.
here started in 5th grade, so
Yeah, it was 5th grade. And you went to school, like our bus system was middle school and high school went first, and then the elementary kids went to school second. So there was like an hour in between. So the 5th graders would get on the bus with the high schoolers on band day, and you would go in and you would have band in the morning before your actual school day started. And that was when we like learned like how to read music and how to like we learned all of that stuff in like 5th and 6th grade, but I never really learned. And there were so many kids in band at that time. Like when I was in 5th grade band, there was probably 40 or 50 kids in band. And when I graduated, like that's one grade level, 5th grade. When I graduated my senior year, I was the only person in my grade in band.
wow.
There were 5 of us my junior year. And the other 4 just gave up. They were like, I don't fucking like it here. I'm quitting. And I wish I would have quit. But I didn't. And I shouldn't.
Yeah. So so in concert choir, so they believe, a lot of schools, at least in my experience, believe that reading music should be part of your curriculum if you're in like if you're in choir or band, that those teachers should teach you. And technically, so I started doing choir in 7th grade, and I think that we were taught how to read music. It just doesn't make sense to me, because like they do the thing that's like every good boy does fine, or however it goes. I don't remember what, I think it goes from the top to the bottom, I don't remember, bottom to top, whatever, with like your fingers, you know what I'm saying? But I just, it never stuck in my brain.
Right.
Like it never stuck in my brain. But like if I hear something played or I hear something sung, then I can figure out what key I need to sing that thing in and sing it the way that it was sung to me.
Yes. I can play music and sing by ear, but I can't read it on a page.
But that's why
if you give me a starting note,
yeah,
I can figure out where I need to go from there. Because like I understand the differences of like what note would be 3 notes away from the note that you start.
Yeah,
with.
I can do that too. I just I'm not going to be able to tell you if it's an E, an F, a C, a J. Like there's no J.
There is no J.
I'm not going to be able to tell you like what fucking letter it is. Now, like a high C, I know where that is on a staff, but that's because that one's easy. Like if I'm looking at a staff, like I can tell you where it is. But like
bass in the space for sure.
That's why though I should do like a behind the scenes of how I learn how to sing songs, like how I learn songs, because I've been told that I learn how to sing things weird, because I will stumble through the lyrics of a song because what I'm trying to get is like the notes. Like I learn like how the song is sung and then I learn the words. So it'll take like 4 or 5 times of me running through a song before I know how to sing it, because I'm not actually paying attention to the words. So a lot of times I won't even be singing actual words. I just sing like laws or whatever to learn all of the notes and how I'm supposed to move everything. And then I will sing the words to match.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I will say that I oftentimes feel like I make the joke that I am psychic because I feel like listening to songs, I know what words are going to come up next before they happen. Like if I listen to something for the first time, I don't know if it's because like most songs rhyme and your brain just like knows what they're singing about.
Yeah.
And so you're like, and it's going to rhyme with whatever word we just heard.
Right.
But like it is a rare thing for me to hear a song and be like, wow, that was really good. Like a really good line, because I've already thought of it all in my brain before we get there. I'm psychic, just specifically for song lyrics. you know, different things in different languages. Yeah. Get the melody, there are the notes, and then you do the words. That makes sense.
Like, I think it actually irritates people when I'm trying to learn a song. So I don't usually try to learn songs. Like, I don't usually sing songs around other people until I've actually learned the words, because I think that it does irritate people around me, because I will not actually sing the song, like the lyrics. Like, I will just sing like gibberish.
For my whole life, that people make that joke, like you're singing along with a song and they say, do you know who sings a song, and you name the band, and they're like, yes,
Yeah,
why are you singing
said
it?
that to me my whole life. Yeah.
It drives me crazy. So whenever someone says, do you know who sings a song, I say, right now, me.
Yeah, my mom used to say, may she rest in peace, I guess, but she used to be like, don't quit your day job. That's what she would say if I was like singing a song, and I was like, you are rude. So
Don't quit your day job. Like, I wasn't planning on it, but you don't have to be an asshole about it.
I used to tell her that because I was in high school at the time, so I used to be like, well, good thing that singing is part of my day job, since my day job is school. So
Also true.
just saying.
I mean, I would never say that like I'm a fantastic singer, or that like I'm never going to go on like The Voice and win. I just like to sing.
I mean, people tell me that I'm like a good singer. I don't know. I hate listening to myself sing. I will say that.
Most creative people don't like to hear or see their own work. So,
but
like,
I assume that if people keep asking me to make singing videos, that they enjoy listening to me sing.
that's also very true.
Because I feel like it would be weird to ask me to do that if you did not like listening to me sing.
Could you make this song in a video? You suck, but can you do it anyway? That would be a choice.
That would be a new kind of hate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
I've heard
suck,
of
but sing
reading.
for me. Can you hear all my clicking?
Yeah, but it's kind of soothing, to be honest.
Click, click, clickety,
Like
click,
ASMR.
click, click, click. What time is it? 2:10. I can't talk for another 50 minutes. So let's do a 35-minute timer. I'm being very Pacific, because 45 is too long. 30 is not enough.
So 35 it is.
35 it is. Otherwise, because who has 50 minutes worth of talking to do? Ugh.
Not me. Not at 2
Not
o'clock.
me. Not at 2 a.m. Okay, we'll do a 35 minute sprint. It'll be our last sprint for this round, but then we can go hang out with Paige. So
Yeah.
And by we, I mean some of you, because I will be asleep. See you in 35. that was it, friends. That was the end of the final sprint for me for the day. But I'm so droopy. I'm like clear down here at the bottom, hiding. Don't look at me. There are plenty more sprints to come because we still have 16 more hours of 24-hour sprints. And if you're not following the playlist, it is linked down below, and that will take you straight to Paige when we're done here. Or I will even be so kind as to remember how to get there from here. I just then I started singing a song in my brain. And now we're here. It's just then I started singing a song in my brain. Did you accomplish anything during that stream, that sprint? And now we're here. Sabrina made it to 83% of Rebel Witch. You are very welcome for sprints. I am half dead, but, somebody had to be here. And I won the door prize. Boop, 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 boop. That is the link for the next sprint, which, again, will be on Paige's channel. I, again, just watched more recipe videos. I have a backlog of 30 on a playlist that I just decided that I was going to watch through this weekend. So that's what I've been doing, and coloring pictures.
Yep, I just watched more YouTube stuff. And I started water so I can make some noodles because I'm hungry.
I could eat noodles right now, like some ramen.
Yeah, I'm eating thin spaghetti. I'll probably put pesto sauce on them.
Also could do that. But no, I'm going to go to bed because sleep.
Yeah, I probably will go to bed at some point, but I don't know when.
Are you going to hang out with Paige?
Yeah.
It's very brave of you.
I haven't seen her face in a while, you know what I'm saying? So figure I should take advantage of it.
I also haven't seen her face in a while, but do you see how far off of the screen I am currently?
Yes, you are falling.
I'm literally melting off the screen. My body cannot, it is not prepared for all of this crazy, which is kind of weird because normally I would just be alive. There's a Paige. Paige gets to be next. Wah ha 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 ha. Oh. My brain is so. I feel like had I not had a nap, I probably would be better. But because I had a nap, my brain shut off for a while, and then it was like, "Oh wait, you want me to work again? We can't."
It didn't reboot. Sometimes that
Yeah.
happens to me when I take a nap too. It's I'll take a nap and then it's my brain never reboots.
Yeah, it was a poor decision on my part. I should have just stayed awake because 2 weekends ago I just stayed awake until 2:30 in the morning, doing sprints with my friend Katie on her channel, and was just we were, laughing and goofing and having a good time. But today my brain is like, are you, huh?
Sometimes it bees like that.
I do that sometimes. I think I can stay awake for 1 or 2 more sprints. I mean, if y'all can live through it, you should. And hang out and have fun and do things like watch more YouTube and I don't know, whatever it is you kids are into these days. I'm old, I don't know. I feel like a grandma, shaking her fist at the screen. Legitimately, someone asked me how old I am the other day, and I could not remember. And I didn't have time to do the math.
Oh, I went to go pick up my antibiotics the other day, and the lady asked me what my birthday was, and my brain short circuited, so I gave her the price of the antibiotics.
I love that.
I'm not even kidding. She was like, "What's your birthday?" And I was like, because she was like, "Who are you picking a script up for?" And like, I don't know if anywhere else like you have to have ID, but like at my pharmacy, I don't have to have an ID to pick up script.
Correct.
I just have to have like the person's name and everything, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, she's like, "Who are you picking up a script for?" So I gave her my name, and then she said, "Okay, she said, we do have that here for you." And here they'll automatically at my pharmacy, they'll put it on a discount card. So your script will always be less than what it would be like just buying it. Okay. So she's like, "Okay, well, we've put it on a discount card for you." And I was like, "Yeah, I already I already called to see how much it was." I was like, "So I have the money and everything." And she's like, "Okay." She said, "What's your birthday?" And I said, $9.99.
And she went,
But
huh?
I said it so fast that I think she typed it in as a birth date and was like, "That doesn't match."
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Could you like call or text her and like find out what her birth date is?" And I was like, "Oh no, she is me. My birthday is," and then I gave her my actual birth date. But I realized like as I was saying it that I was giving her the price of the script.
Oh, our pharmacy is the same way. Like it's just a name and a birthday.
Yeah.
And I have to pick up. I don't have to. Oftentimes, I am called and asked to pick up my great aunt's prescription. She is a little bit dementia-y. She lives next door with my aunt, and their pharmacy is like a couple of blocks over from work. So it's they'll just call sometimes and be like, "Hey, will you go get the prescription from whatever?" I could not tell you what year her birthday is, but I know it was Pearl Harbor Day. Like it was literally the day, month, and year of the attack on Pearl Harbor. And so literally I just go in and they're like, they ask me what her first and last name is. And every time, because I don't do it very often, it's like once every 6 months, someone asks me to go do this. What's her name? And I get her first name right every time, but she was married 5 times. So I just list off all of the last names that are possible.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know which last name it is. I don't know what her last name is right now, but it's one of these 5. And then they're like, "What's her birthday?" And I'm like, "Pearl Harbor Day." I don't know what day, month, year that is, but Pearl Harbor Day. And they just start laughing. They're like, "Okay."
That's so funny. Yeah. But I was like, "Are you stupid?" Like I was cooked. And this is how you know that I don't usually go to the pharmacy to pick up my script. Like my dad will either call and have them deliver it to the house with his scripts, or somebody else will go pick it up. Like my brother will go pick it up. Like I usually don't pick up my own script. Like literally the only reason that I went and picked up my own script this time was because it was an antibiotic that I needed right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I definitely sometimes they'll ask me. My mom and I have a very similar birthday. Like hers is January 8th and mine is June 8th, and I will forever like mess it up. What like someone will ask what her birthday is, and I start just saying my birthday out of habit, and then I'm like, "That's wrong. It's January, not June. Why are they both J's? Why is it the same day?" And then Danica is 7 days off from being exactly 20 years younger than me, because her birthday is June 1st and mine is June 8th. And I'm 87. She's 2007. So like it is so close. I'm like, I can't do the brain. Please don't make me brain. Glenda, surprised that she's still awake. It's 2 a.m. It's almost 3 a.m. for me. So I feel that. 2 a.m. for Gigi as well. She was married a lot of time. My grandmother was married 4 times, engaged a 5th time, but that guy ended up getting like a job promotion to move to another state, and she didn't want to move to another state. So she could have been married 5 times. We're talking, this was in the 60s and 70s, so they were doing the things. I think that's going to be it for me and Neva. You'll now have to go deal with Paige and Neva. Neva's going to transport herself to Paige's page.
I'll transport myself to Paige's page. Yep.
Thank you all for joining us. Again, if you're on the playlist, you'll go immediately to Paige's video. If not, it's right here in the comments section. And if you want the long route, you can go down below in the description box, and all of the hosts are linked to their channels. And the playlist is also there because I came prepared. I title this sprint with February instead of March? Yes, I did. Because I don't know what month we're in, but
It's
I did
fine.
put people's
I made-
links down below.
I changed everything and it still said January on the original. Like I posted the thing from last month. And it still said January on all the dates. And then I think Margaret was the one that caught it, and she was like, "Hey bro, this is not right." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I've already posted in all the spaces it needed to be." So I had to go change them all out.
Ugh, we're a mess.
It's fine, really.
I love us.
It's in the right playlist with the right thumbnail, so people will figure it out or they won't.
I mean, to be fair to myself, this is like the first thing I've done all February. Or all March. See? Still February. So, I wasn't prepared. Okay, I'm going to hit the goodbye button if I find it. Where's the goodbye button? There it is. Bye, friends.